Welcome back to GCN Racing and highlights of the 16th edition of the Memorial Marco Pantani. 199.8 kilometres in length, this race is typical of these Italian autumnal one-day classics, basically riding out to a hilly loop before a more flat run into the finish. The main difficulty today being the Montevecchio climb, 4.3 kilometres at an average gradient of 7%, tackled 3 times on the circuit in the middle of the race. The early break today went after 20 kilometres of racing, and it was a strong one. Diego Rosa of Team Ineos, Simone Consoni of UAE Team Emirates, Mattia Bias of Androni Giocattoli Sidemek, Quentin Pacher of Vital Concept B&B Hotel, Roman Sicard of Total Direct Energy, Guillaume Martin of Wanty Group Gobert, Roman Leroux of Arkea Samsic, and finally Filippo Zanna of Sangamini MG Kvis. Coming on to the last climb of the day, and it was only Rosa and Martin remaining out front. Their advantage by this point a slim one over the peloton behind, which was being led by Bahrain Merida and their leader Vincenzo Nibali. Rosa and Martin continued to forge on at the head of affairs. However, with 4 laps of the flat finishing circuit remaining, they had almost been caught by the main peloton just behind them. Alexis Guérin of Delco Marseille Provence jumped across soon after. That basically gave us 3 riders out front, but only with a tentative lead of 11 seconds over the main peloton behind. That, though, had grown to almost half a minute with just 10 kilometres of the race remaining, despite the best efforts of Bahrain Merida behind them. And by this point, it started to look like they've got a chance of fighting out for the victory on the day. With 2 laps to go, it was the Italian national team who'd taken control of the bunch, but the gap was still increasing, 38 seconds as they crossed the finish line with 2 laps remaining. It just started to come down from that point, back to 29 seconds as they crossed the line with just 1 lap remaining, and a bit further on from that, it had come down to 19 seconds on the final lap of the race. Gianni Moscon here going on the attack with Alberto Bettiol of EF Education First, the rider that won the Tour of Flanders back in April. The chase behind by this point though was being organised by UAE Team Emirates. However, it wasn't quite fast enough to prevent Alexei Lutsenko going on the attack. Here you can see on the left hand side of your screens, the Kazakh national champion won just 2 days ago at the Coppa Sabatini and is clearly on great form on the run up to the World Championships in Yorkshire. Nobody was able to follow him, and within the space of a kilometre, he'd finally managed to bridge across to the leading group, making it 4 out front. By this point, there were only a few hundred metres of the race remaining. Lutsenko was able to take a quick breather at the back of the group, and then, with 200 metres to go, he launched his sprint. The result then, at this point, was never really in doubt. Lutsenko would go on to take his 2nd win in the space of just 3 days, and his 10th win of the season so far in 2019. Behind him, Rosa managed to cling on for 2nd place, Martin for 3rd. Well deserved for those two after their day-long breakaway efforts. Well, we've been talking about Sagan, Van der Poel and Alaphilippe as the main favourites for the World Championships, but this man has to be a big favourite now too. Thanks for joining us today. We will be back tomorrow with highlights of the Trofeo Matteotti. This is your top 10 from the day though. Lutsenko taking it from Rosa and Martin, Consoni holding on for 4th place and Colbrelli just behind him in 5th on the day. I shall see you soon.
Ragazzi, rimanete sul